Hello student, in this video we will learn how to use the if conditional. We'll start from percentage here. Let's see, here I want to find the result, but the result depends on the grade or on the average. So if the average is greater than or equal to 50, it should be written here passed. If it is not, it should be written failed. So how we can write if conditional in this example? The first, we will go to fx here. Do you see? We will start doing for the first student, which is M. We will do it for him and then we will apply it for the rest. So I will click here, the place where I want to put the word passed or failed. I want them to be here, so I will click here and you click fx. After that, if it is if conditional, so I have to choose if and I go OK. Here you have to write in the three blanks places. In the first blank we will write the conditional. In the second blank or the second box we will write what will happen if the conditional is true. So if we meet this condition, what will happen? And in the third one, if we didn't meet the condition, what will happen? So here we will tell, in the first box we will tell him the logical test, which is if the average is greater than or equal 50, and if it is not, if the logical test is true, we will write passed, and if it is not, if the average is not greater than or equal 50, here we will tell him to write failed. So I will click here. We said is the average, so I will select on the average cell here, which is B2. If the average is greater than or equal, so I have to write, change the language, greater than or equal what? 50. If it is greater than or equal to 50, what should be written here? Passed. So I have to click what? Passed. If it is not, it should be written failed. I will write failed and then you click OK. Do you see? Now I will apply it for the rest. So the ones who got less than 50, they failed. They what? They failed. So this is the example about the if conditional. This is the easiest form, one if conditional. Let's try to another example here in the reduction. Let's say we have here, let's say I bought some items. Let's say it's let's see, for example, it's food, and here let's see it's like fruit, and here let's say it's say what, like anything, like computers. Here let's say it's anything. We'll write anything here. Let's say it's iPhone X, and here in the last one let's say it's Galaxy Note 9. So these are the items. Here let's calculate the total amount. You see the food, the 1 unit of food, it costs 250 and I bought 10 units. So what's the total? Here the total is multiplying the quantity by the unit price. So I will click here, you write equal with your in the keyboard. I click what? Quantity. Here I select on quantity, we multiply it by what? By unit price, and you click enter. You see the total amount, and I apply it for the rest. Here in the reduction, no, we have if conditional. It says if the quantity is greater than 100, so the total amount here the reduction should be what? The total amount multiplied by 5 percent. If it is not greater than 100, we will write 0, like no deduction. So here it's if conditional. I have to start with fx, and I will write if. Okay. Here the logical test says if quantity. Where is quantity? Here is the quantity. I select is what? Greater than 100. So I have to write greater than 100. So if this is correct, if it happens, what we should write? We multiply the total amount by 5%. So I will select the total amount. I click multiply with this sign, the asterisk, and we do it by shift with 8. So this one, total amount multiplied by 5%. Some of you maybe will start with the percent and then 5. This is wrong. You have to write the number then the percent. So if it happens no deduction, it means here I will tell it just write 0, and you click OK, and I apply it for the rest. Do you see? So this is the deduction. The net amount, it's easy. How we calculate the net amount? It's the total amount minus what? The deduction. So I will write equal total amount minus deduction, and I apply it for the rest. So we're done with the second example. Let's go to the third one. In the commission, here we will use something called absolute value. We will use what? Absolute value. Let's say here the sales is 100, like a lot of numbers. Let's calculate the tax. The tax is, say, the sales multiplied by the taxes percentage. This one by 5%. So I will write equal sales multiply by the 5%, and I click enter. Okay, we're done with the first one. Now when I go down, I notice I have a problem here. Why? We said, guys, when you drag and drop, when you drag down here, then the values change automatically. Do you see here? It will multiply B2 by what? By G3. If I come here, G3 by G4, G4 by G5. So every time you go down, these numbers will change. It means you are down one cell. If you do want it to change, for example here, do you see it multiplies the 250, but here this cell it went down because here it was okay. Sorry, here it was okay. Do you see? Now when you go down, this one, the blue square would go down one step, and also the green one will go down one step, and this will equal to 0 because this is empty. He will multiply this number by empty, which is 0. In this way, or in this situation, we have to use something called absolute value. So I want the B2 here, when you go down, to change, to take the new values here, but the second part I want it to be the same, 5%. I don't want it to go down. So we will change the second part here in the formula to absolute value. So when you go down, it will not change the number of the cells. So how we do absolute value? I add the $sign before the cell letter, and then another $sign before the cell number, and you click enter. Okay, you will notice now the B2, every time you go down they will change, like here B3, B4, B5, but the second part it will not change, it will stick with this percent. So I will go down. Do you see? Now my answer is correct. So this is how we use absolute value. Commission, it says if the sales is greater than 500,000, so we will multiply the sales by 5%. If it is not, we will multiply it by 3%. So in commission, I will start with fx, if conditional. Okay, here the commission if sales, so I have to click sales. What is greater than, so I have to write greater than 500,000. So what will happen if it is greater than 500,000? We will multiply what? The sales, so I have to click the sales again, multiply 5%. If this didn't happen, we will click what? The otherwise we will multiply the sales, so I have to click sales by what? By 3%. Okay, so we're done with this commission question. We'll click OK, and I will go down. Do you see the amount of what? The amount of commission. Here the net sales is easy, so the net sales is the sales minus the taxes plus the commission. Sorry, here should be what? Plus, because we add the plus to our sales, or to the money we have. So I'll click here, net sales equal the sales minus taxes plus commission, click enter, and I apply it for the rest. By this one we have finished with this exercise. We'll go to the last exercise. Here it says the total amount is easy, quantity multiplied by unit price, so equal quantity multiplied by unit price, and I apply it for the rest. The deduction here, he will say if conditional, so I have to click if, okay. He will say if quantity, so I have to select on quantity, is greater than 100, so greater than 100. So what will happen? We will multiply the total amount by the deduction percentage 1. So what is the total amount here? Multiply by deduction percentage 1 here, which is the 5%. In the second part, if it didn't happen, we will multiply the total amount I selected by what? By the deduction percentage 2. So I will multiply by here, and you click OK, and you apply it for the rest. Sorry, maybe we still have a problem here. It's not. Okay, next. So here we have mistake. Who knows why we have mistake here in the deduction? Look, you remember here it selected these two and this. Now when I go to the second one, you will see what happened. It goes down. When you go next, here the selection goes down. So no, I want only this one to go down, and this one I want them to stack as they are. So I have to do what? I have to do here the $sign before the letter and before the number. Sorry, it's not $sign. And also here and then you click OK, and I'll do it for the rest. Sorry, here should be what? I3. you choose this one, you see, and here I 4, you see, and then you click enter, and then I apply it for the rest. Here the net amount is the total amount minus the deduction, equal total amount minus deduction, enter, and you apply it for the rest. By this point we finish our video. Thank you.